All right, the long-awaited watermelon ride. This is the 36th edition, I believe. And guys, I woke up very early. I was very excited for this. Um, as you guys can see, I think we had over 500 people signed up in different categories. I was trying to keep myself at the higher pace. I didn't know how fast those riders were. But it will unfold on the video. I got the highlights for you guys. So let's follow this together, checking the camera to see if everything is working. So I didn't know how things work. This was my first race slash social ride. So they were breaking people apart. But I really wanted to ride within a good pace. I wanted to ride on a 19 to 21 pace. I've been practicing for like 3 months, and I was very confident I could do at least 30 miles on that pace. So as you guys can see, I was the first in line and there was a car already leaving the place, and I was like, I gotta catch up with the fast group that was in front of me. So I sped it up a little bit, trying to get back to the clump. Again, this is my first time doing this, so pardon me if I did something that is unethical. I really am trying to figure things out as I go. And so at this moment, I saw a lot of cyclists in different categories. I was really trying to find people from my category. As you can see, this guy on the right side, he had the number on the pink color, so that's my group. But I really wanted to try to find a set peloton of riders already riding in the pace. Maybe I was a little too early, so I started going around these people so I could find the faster group. Prop to this guy, by the way. This guy is 74 years old in front of me, and I had a little chat with him before the race. And as you can see, man, the guy's going strong, and I wish I could do at least half of what he's doing. He said he was doing the 73 miles, so I'm going for 52 miles today. Is more or less 3 hours on the saddle. I got my nutrition with me. I got my Snickers bar. I got my Gatorade. I'm ready to go. At this point, I'm really full of energy. And I notice a clump of people in front of me. Maybe that's the team that I should link up and go with them together. And at the same time, I'm trying to really save my energy because I don't want to go all out on the first 5 minutes of the race and have no legs on the way back. So I finally caught up with these people in front of me. It looks like they were the faster group. At this point, guys, I believe I'm on the first or in the set group of pelotons in the race. So there is a lot of people behind me. I believe these guys were probably the top 10, top 15. So again, this was more a social race, social ride, but I was really having the mentality of like, I've been practicing this for 3 months, so I really want to finish this in a good spot. And I believe there were several rest stops. People stopped and they had nutrition for everyone. They had drinks for everyone, bathrooms, you name it. But I had a more mentality of like, I really want to finish this in the least amount of time. So I found this group of people, and yeah, so I rode with them pretty much all the way in, as you guys can see. I'm telling you guys, I now have time to take a look at the footage, and you know, like when you're on the saddle, you barely have time to look around sometimes, trying to keep up with people. But the views were incredible. I was actually lucky to caught a plane landing on the landing strip right here on my right side as we are paddling. So that was pretty cool. Cars are coming, people are being very respectful with us. You can see they're open a full lane for us, and I'm still riding with the same group. They were pulling actually very good speeds. I was actually rested for most part of the ride. I wasn't doing a lot of work, so I was just, you know what, I'm gonna sit here and just save as much as energy I can, and whenever I get to a point that I need to break through, I'll just use my legs. Right here, I believe I made a bad choice. They were chatting, the leader was chatting with the other person, and I really didn't want to be behind those people just chatting. So I sped up a little bit and started pulling myself my own pace, and yeah, I just went for it. Next space. So I'm pulling by myself at this point. I'm not getting tired per se, but I really wanted to rest. So I found this guy, this fellow cyclist, rest my legs a little bit, try to get some draft, recover. Because if this was the solo trip, I mean, I would have to push a little bit more. I wasn't planning on it. There's another peloton on the front, but it would take me a lot. But guess what? the group that I left just caught up with me, and they're back. So that was pretty good news, actually, because I really thought I made a bad choice of leaving them in the first place. And yep, so I got on that group again and decided to move on with them to the rest of the race. And when I say that Florida is beautiful, guys, I'm just gonna let it play for a little bit. I mean, the views are impeccable. As you can see, 66 degrees, a little chilly, but I'm warmed up at this point, and we are about to go through a set of views on views. It's pretty beautiful over there, and now looking at the footage, I'm like, how did I miss this? I was so focused on looking at the guy's wheel in front of me so I wouldn't bump on him, that I actually missed all of this. And man, this looks nice. This looks nice. Getting close here to our half mark. 72 degrees. It's a beautiful day, and we are not doing a lot of power. We're not doing a lot of paddling because we got a very nice tailwind on us. about 11 miles, 12 miles of gust actually. So we're barely touching our bikes. We're keeping a very good pace. Right now we're inside the state park, and you guys will see the views. This place is gorgeous, and this guy on the left side is pulling up a little bit, and I noticed he has an Iron Man tattoo on his right leg. So pretty cool to see that. I was like, man, this guy is serious. So yeah, I'm riding with some serious guys here and pushing some good pace, and almost at the halfway mark. What? Yeah. Yeah, we might be on the top 30, top 20 right now. I don't know. I'm completely clueless on where should I go. I think so. I think it would turn around and go. And you guys will probably loop back or something, right? You guys are gonna loop back? I'm calling him because he's 52 as well. And then he's the only 52 I saw so far. So I was like, wherever you go, brother. It's views on views, guys. Left side here, you can see that's the ocean and the beaches. We are about to get to our break point here, which is a rest stop, which they nailed it. You got several resources as far as food. They had a little stationary bike shop. If something happened to your bike, they will change your tire, lube off your chains, have porta potties, and they got everything over there. But again, I was really trying to narrow down my time. My body was pretty warm too, so I didn't want to waste a lot of my time just getting some extra nutrition and resources. I had everything on me. I was good, didn't need to go to the bathroom. So here we take a little detour, and we're going underneath the bridge. This is pretty far from where we started, about 26 miles away. This is a beautiful part of Jacksonville. It's called close to Yulee, actually. I cannot pronounce the name, but I think it's called Little Talbot Park. So this part of the town is pretty much open views with open beaches, and depending on the tide, you can actually walk pretty darn good into the water. So it's pretty nice. This is the break point. Everybody getting some rest and stuff. So what do I do here? I really don't know. I really want to keep going, but it looks like the group fell apart. So I'm gonna meet with another set of people that I met throughout the route, which is all those three guys wearing the pink color on the front over there. So I'm trying to decide what to do here. It's like, you know what? Let me ride over there. And I met these guys, and they were in a pretty good pace as well. And as you guys can see, I'm gonna ride with them now.
Oh, yeah, we're supposed to go back now, right? Okay.
Back at it again with my new group. This guy in front of me, man, if you watch this video, dude, you're massive, man. I wish I could have 50% of your mass. This guy is built different, and we're cruising over here. I almost fell at this right moment because of the gap between the pavement, but you know, It's all good. So we're cruising at 25. We're flying right now. Tailwind all the way over. We're actually having a great time right now. And we're about to do a one little detour to make it at 26, 27 miles. So we actually can make it back to make it 52.
All right, going down. Thank you.
So we took this little detour, went through the woods for a little bit until we see the sign of turn back. The problem is that we didn't see the sign. So we kept pedaling. Me and Mr. Built Different over there. We got to the point that the road started to get a little gravelish. And I was telling him, I said, hey man, I really don't feel comfortable riding on this pavement right here. So I believe I'm gonna turn back because I don't think this is the right course to go. And eventually we were right. Actually, we were supposed to turn back a long time ago. So we lost like 5 minutes just going, deeper than it was supposed. But eventually we caught up with the group and we came back and we went back to the highway with no issues. I was just telling him, say, hey man, I don't think this is the right way to go. I have race tires and honestly, one of those little pebbles can just, get my tire flat. So I am not gonna do this. I'm going back to the main road. We're on the way back on the highway. We're going back through the same way we came in, actually. So we know the route. But now we have a headwind. And it's not a little tiny headwind. It's actually 11-mile gusts on your face. So our speeds that were 22 plus, you can see now we're 17, 16. And I started to struggle. These guys were a little bit better prepared when it comes to endurance. I usually do sub 30 mile routes, and so I wasn't very prepared to get a headwind at my 30-mile mark. So I'm just giving in as much as I can to try to make it through this bridge as well. And you will see me now struggling, trying to keep up with these guys.
Dang it, dude.
So as we're going, I'm pretty exhausted at this point. It's just hurting, not just tired, but hurting. You can see my heartbeat is at 160, which is pretty high for what I usually do. That means that I'm giving in a lot of myself, and I'm eventually gonna break out. So I'm trying to keep up with them. That guy is pushing a 21-mile pace on a 11-mile headwind. So it got to the point that I'm like, what am I gonna do here? I'm gonna kill myself. And I understand this is a race social ride, but at the other hand, I really have to look out for myself and make sure that I actually can finish this race. So I made a decision. I decided to get dropped. And you know what? I tried to ride with you guys. You guys were too fast for me. And you guys go ahead. And I'll see you guys at the finish line. It is what it is, guys. You always get dropped if you're not ready for it. And it's always a lesson. Never feel embarrassed when you get dropped. It is what it is. You learn. And the next time you try to do a little bit better. And that's what I learned. I got dropped several times. And here I take a little bit rest. I drink my Gatorade. I was really a little exhausted at this point. So, all right. I guess I'm going to do this by myself. And it was painful. Doing this by myself, it is painful. So you will see my speed going down quite a lot. Because I'm battling the wind by myself pretty much. I made it out of the state park. I'm by myself. And me, myself, and I, and just changing hand positions. I started to get a little hurt. My feet started cramping a lot. My hands, I'm trying to curl up to beat the wind because I don't want to get the wind slowing me down. So I'm changing hands. I'm trying to change my position on the bike to try to stay comfortable. The bib is not doing its justice anymore. So lots of things going on as I try to keep my speed. But as you can see, I barely can keep 17. And I have another concern is, am I on the right place? Because I've been focusing on myself for so much that I actually forgot to see the signs. So I don't know if I was supposed to turn somewhere. I see some cyclists on the left, so I know they're coming in, but coming out, I don't see anybody. There's nobody behind me because I was too far ahead. So there's nobody behind me. There's nobody in front of me. I'm pretty much by myself on this. And so I started to question a little bit, but you know, like Dory said from Finding Nemo, you just keep swimming. So I was, keep paddling until you find a clue. I didn't want to stop and search if, and lose all the time. So as I was making out of the bridge, pretty far in already. So you know what? If I got lost, I got lost. But I do remember I saw a rest point on the left side coming in. So, and I looked back and I saw another cyclist kind of catching up a little bit. And I was like, all right, this is great. So it gave me a little relief. I'm on the right place. I'm just going to continue this. And I'm very thankful that I didn't go and it got a wrong turn and went 10 miles in because at this point I was pretty hurting. So that's pretty good news. I was probably right at this point 13 to 14 miles out so to finish. So I just needed to push a little bit by myself and eventually I was gonna make for it. So remember when I said about that cyclist who was behind me? I actually let him pass. And so I could actually grab some draft. I was tired at this point. I was probably sub 10 miles away from the destination. We started to see some social riders on the right side. Um, they had a category for family, so probably it was a family just riding their 10 miles while we were riding the 50 miles. Uh, Always keep it respectful. Just say on your left, and we go through. You see some signs on the right side there, up arrow, so we know that we're getting close to a change of a route. Um, so eventually we made our way to the right. And the guy was just signaling some debris on the left side. So yeah, we made a way to the right, which it had a rest stop. And that rest stop, again, I skipped it completely. I didn't stop at all. And this guy eventually stopped, so I actually went past him. Yep, so the rest stop is here. He turned right. And I'm not giving in. I'm gonna finish this without resting. Oh my goodness. All right, so some social riders showed up. I believe they were getting out of the rest stop. And I was by myself again. So I go on their left. And at this point, my camera was actually running pretty low. I think I was like 10% or 11% of battery. So I needed to save some juice because I really wanted to record the finish, and so I didn't know that this is a brand new camera, so I didn't know how much it would last for, and I had to cut some footage in order to save it for the finish line, which I had a very pleasant surprise at the end. I was very thankful for what happened. So right now I'm just cruising in, more social riders on the right. I know at this point I'm very close to finish. I mean, of course I have the Wahoo telling me how far I am, but it gives me an extra hope because I know these guys were under 10 miles. Social riders were not supposed to ride more than 10 miles. So I know I'm at the final countdown phase, and so I just needed to keep up a little bit. I was very hurting at this point. My right leg was cramping a lot, and I couldn't feel my left leg. So again, a very inexperienced cyclist here, but I was trying to push myself to the limit because this race was actually very important to me. I didn't know how to bike pretty much 3 months ago when I made a decision to start biking. And so whenever I booked this race, it was actually a proof that I could actually do something, that I could overcome myself at this scenario. And I actually lost 30 pounds. So also pretty happy about that. And I actually got to be very honest with you. I fell in love with the sport. I can't stop telling my wife about bicycles every day. And she is right here, right next to me. But but I really like the sport. I really like the feeling of it. I have lots of cycling friends now from different ages, and I think it's a beautiful sport. Everybody's very respectful. Of course, it's like a cyclist versus car sometimes, but majority of the time, people really understand and people are very respectful. But yeah, so this was a very big deal to me, and I am very close to the finish line right now, and 52 miles later, I finally finished the race. This is the final stretch here. I'm about to finish. I didn't know this, and my wife kept it very quiet, but apparently she was there with my kids and my family waiting for me at the finish line. Again, this was a pretty big deal to me. This race was pretty big deal. I was so happy that I got to finish in a very good time, and actually a good pace. I did the whole ride back by myself, and I was hurting a lot, man. But turning left over here and seeing the finish line and being able to just to be done, my family on the left side with look at them with signs and everything, finished it, donezo, the first one on the books. Quite a lot of people over there, but I was so happy, man. I was so happy I was done. Thank you for watching. I'll see you on the next video. Thanks. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. And keep on paddling. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one.